Hey, it's Dasein The Philosopher here, and today we're going to be looking at my book, which is going to be released on December 9th. It's my second book I've written, titled How to Never Be Broke Again. And in this series of videos, we're looking at 10 rules I've been using for the past half decade, since I was 17 essentially, making sure that I'm never broke ever again. So today's video, we're looking at the second rule, which is pay yourself first. Actually, to put more emphasis on it, it's always pay yourself first. In our society, a lot of us are actually bombarded by other publication companies or other ad companies where essentially it's, oh, buy this new iPhone, oh, buy this pizza, oh, here's a sale, buy all this clothes. Essentially, what the other entities and corporations want is for you to work and pay them. What I want for you is that you pay yourself first. So this is what we call a cash quadrant. Comes from Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And here's the first one. It's your income. This is assets, liabilities, and expenses. We'll just look at this very quickly, but income is essentially money that you make. Assets are things that make money for you. Expenses are things you have to pay for but never go away. Example is food, rent, like you're always going to need a place to stay, you're always going to need to eat food. Liabilities is essentially debt. What I want for you is to avoid what most people end up doing, which is they make money, they pay for bills, pay for debt if they have some, and then maybe they'll save a little bit. What I want from you to start doing is to always pay yourself first instead of other companies, other entities. Is that whenever you make money, you choose a percentage that you put away in assets. These assets can be paper assets like stocks or mutual funds, could be physical commodities like gold, silver, could be investing in your own business, could be investing in real estate. Whatever it is, you're paying yourself first. Because essentially these assets are going to pay you just for owning them later on. So there's the key of always paying yourself first. This doesn't mean getting your paycheck and then being like, oh, I'm going to treat myself out to a nice little movie or a nice little dinner. Essentially, again, you're making those expenses to pay for the restaurant and give money to the movie theaters. You want to put money away and pay for yourself. Pay yourself first. A lot of people will complain about this and say, oh, but if I pay myself first, what if I don't make enough to pay for my expenses, pay for my rent or for my food? And that goes back to our first rule, which was broke is a mindset. Don't ever have that mindset. If you ever have your back against the wall because you paid yourself first and you don't have enough money to pay for rent, I expect you to find a way to figure it out. Again, if you don't have that broke mindset, you will be able to troubleshoot and find a way to make that extra couple dollars to pay for your groceries or whatnot. Again, if you're not comfortable with paying yourself first that much, decide on a percentage that's a little bit smaller. One of the bases in the financial industry is about 10% of your income is that you always pay your future self. You could go a little bit less. I mean, if you don't feel comfortable and you don't have 10% that you can put away and pay for yourself first, either you increase your income or decrease how much ever you're paying yourself first. You could go a little bit higher, maybe 30%. You can go as much as 80%, depending on how much trust you have in yourself, in that if you do pay yourself 80% of your income, that you're going to be able to increase your income before the time rent is due or before the time you need to pay for food. So that being said, that's the second rule of how to never be broke again. My book is coming out December 9th. Stay tuned for the next couple videos. And remember the rule, always pay yourself first. It's Dasein here, and hope you guys have an awesome day.